I just have one sentence about I don't want to say anything again for another 45 seconds.
Okay.
Oblivion is for the people.
Please explain.
Is it?
No.
What?
Okay.
He's pulling a David Lynch on us.
No, hang on.
He wishes.
I think I have a point here. I just don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure Oblivion is for the people.
What? Who are these people?
Okay. So Morrowind
Also, do
is
you mean
for
the game or the realm?
specky nerds like me. And then Skyrim is for everybody, but Oblivion isn't for everybody. It's for the people.
I thought that was Morrowind. I thought you specky nerds were like, Oblivion took away all my Morrowind stuff.
I mean, unless your point is that, like, the Elder Scrolls is just sort of a downward curve of really weird nerd shit at an arena, and then it just kind of goes down until you hit Skyrim, where there's just, you know, it's for the people who play Madden.
It is for nerds in the sense that the charm mechanic, that minigame, is impossible to understand. So people who are not people who are little nerds are like, this is how you interact with folks, no?
Yeah. Of course, naturally.
Right.
All right, yeah, so here we are.
I think the important thing to keep in mind is that we are going to play the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. It has been almost like a long time since we played Skyrim. Way longer than we'd like to think about.
I wanna frame this though. We have heard all of the many, and there were many cries for us to continue the Morrowind playthrough as a full season. So we've decided to play Oblivion as a full season.
No, because you know why? Because now we do things for the people. And Oblivion.
I don't even want to do the main quest of this fucking game. The
main quest of this game is so much better than the one in Skyrim, though. It's not nearly as garbage.
The problem is,
I disagree, but continue.
We can't do the main quest of this game because then this series would be like 3 weeks long.
Oh no, well, if we do all the sort of important stuff, there's like 20 fucking Oblivion gates we have to get through, so I mean...
Oh, yeah.
We just make that the whole season.
Gates.
Trying to... What's the minimum number of Oblivion gates you actually have to close? I think it's like
I don't
3?
I don't remember because I
4?
did every Oblivion gate the way I did every dungeon in this game, which is naked as the day I was born, flying about 80 miles an hour like a Ducati motorcycle, just like blazing through everything, bypassing everyone, jumping over entire rows of enemies.
Oh, you know what? That's actually how my husband described it.
Really?
The speed
Almost
stat
exactly.
game is...
Remember when this
pretty
looked and
wacky.
felt epic?
Yeah, I remember the E3 trailer for this, I think 2005. Where this was shown.
I learned how to use the World Wide Web because I was reading fucking internet forums hyping up the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, and I cannot express how much everything has changed since then. Like, that was back when you could make a video game like the Elder Scrolls franchise, and on the forums, you could just not really moderate them that much, and people could just say absolutely wild shit all of the time, constantly.
I remember GameSpot did a, 10-hour live stream of Oblivion the day it came out, and this was, completely new. No one had ever done that before. This was, pre-YouTube, so, let alone Twitch and shit.
Oh, this is my favorite potato, Jenny. Like your favorite, you make a potato, and she's just your favorite potato that you get.
It is weird that it sends you straight into character creation, because games these days, it's in vogue to do a little bit of narrative setup and then pause after some tone setting and go who are you again? And then you get to pick that stuff. Like Skyrim does
even
that.
Morrowind did that.
Dragon Age
and that was the preceding game. This game just drops you right into you're in prison. Here you go.
It's so abrupt though. There's so many. This game is on so many cutting edges that a lot of what it does both feels very modern. This is just how every video game's been since then, but also very shoddily implemented. Why the fuck is this how it works?
Ooh, that's a nice
I think
potato.
we should be...
Yeah, no, there's a lot of good potatoes at the market here.
Ooh.
I think we should be a lady, because we've been a dude the last couple times, so...
You know how, like, there's, like, those potatoes in, I think, Muppet Treasure Island? Like, the Muppet potatoes?
Yes. Yeah.
That's what everyone in this game looks like.
Oh my god, that endears me to this even more.
Preference of which race we are?
I like being dark elf.
I was actually going to suggest Dark Elf because the bonuses
They're
Dark
prettiest.
Elf gets are pretty good.
Also,
I mean,
the
is
Dark
there a
Elf voice
prettiest
actors
in this
carried this
game?
franchise for 3 straight
Oh
games.
man.
My favorite thing to do, or at least back when I played this game 4,000 years ago, was whenever I would play a Dark Elf, I would try to roleplay as if like everything was as strange and alien in Oblivion as it was to us when we played Morrowind. Like, what do you mean you guys use boats and not giant flea monsters to walk around?
I did just try to Google Dark Elf female voice actors, and I did get the voice actors for Bikini Warriors as my first result, so I'm glad I didn't read that one off.
The great thing about Dark Elf in this game is you don't have to do a lot of messing with. If you try to play an Imperial, it's like you're just shining up that potato. She actually looks alright.
Yeah. Linda Kenyon is apparently the name of the Dark Elf voice actress from various Elder Scrolls properties, which...
What else does she do?
Not a lot, actually. In fact, her
I
IMDb page has
how
nothing on it, pretty much.
Changing complexion completely changes the facial structure.
Linda Col-
This can't be her. Hang on. This can't be her.
Oh, here we go. Great.
Oh, I think
Awesome.
this is okay. They just linked the wrong Linda Kenyon from the article, I think. But yeah, it's Morrowind, Tribunal, Blood Moon.
What?
Those are the 3 Elder Scrolls 3 releases. And then there's Oblivion. Then there's
Dark Elf.
Shivering Isles, and then there's 2 other games. I want you to guess what other property she has done games for. Like, what other intellectual property she's done video games for in 2006
Nukem.
2007. God, I wish.
am I
I don't know what
colder?
character she would be in Duke Nukem, but it'd be amazing.
One of the ladies. Am I hot or am I cold?
It's Star Trek.
Which
Wait.
She played in Star Trek Legacy and Star Trek Conquest. She played nondescript characters like Klingon officer,
come on.
Romulan personnel.
The end of like Star Trek video games for a decade was those the ones that nobody played.
She's got a good voice for Star Trek scenarios.
Much as the character creation system here is just ridiculously absurd, I think we should probably bypass it at this, unless you really want me to make like a fucking potato alien.
No, why would I want you to make her ugly? She's beautiful.
All right. Right. What's our name here?
Regina.
Or
I'm
Morrowind.
just gonna go Regina
Morrowind. Regina
Love
Morrowind.
it.
Let's compromise.
Regina
like-
Morrowind. She's
Morrowind,
Irish. Like
yeah.
me.
Regina Morrowind.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
This might be one of our dumbest last names, but I enjoy it a lot.
If I do
Yeah.
an Irish accent, it's not racist because I'm Irish, so it's fine.
I am also half Irish.
You know what
I
we should
I
have
will
gone
try
with?
not
a large
to.
percentage of Irish as well.
I will try
We should-
not to.
I could get us put in the same cell.
We should have gone with O'Dwemer instead of O'Morrowind.
You should.
I disagree.
What? A Dwemer? Dwemers are the dwarves. They're not the...
No matter what the
Dunmer.
O'Dwemer's the doors? Dunmer. Okay,
Yeah.
O'Dunmer.
Yeah,
You're going
Dunmer.
to die in here. You're going to die.
Oh yeah, this guy, he's like, come into my cell, I'll give you a good time before you die. Oh, can you put on subtitles?
I don't even have 15% of the.
Yeah, let's do that.
I don't even have like 15% of the cultural fluency to pull this off, but I feel like Morrowind, but it's like obscure Irish cultural references. is like a rich seam of memery destined to happen on like Irish Twitter at some point.
Is there an Irish Twitter? If you're on Irish Twitter, can you invite me to it? I would love to just learn.
I actually could probably give you some starting points, yes.
You, prisoner, stand aside.
There's a fucking great thing that happened when like they had their Friends reunion and like Joey's actor kind of like apparently now looks very much like just a random Irish uncle, and so there was like a million different posts of just like Joey's actor along with things that Irish uncles would say at a family reunion.
Oh, I wonder if he looks like my uncle now.
If you just stood here blocking these guys long enough and the assassins just showed up and killed them and it was like, game over!
You know what I like about this whole section is it makes absolutely no fucking sense whatsoever.
Is this... I feel like Oblivion is actually the game that started that retroactive notion that all Elder Scrolls games start with you in prison, even though most actually don't.
Was it not Morrowind?
Morrowind, I would actually also say Morrowind. You don't start in jail, I guess is what Josh was saying. But
you're like a prisoner, man. You're like, no, I did it bad. I'm being exiled.
I think Morrowind was the first Elder Scrolls game.
By chance, the entrance
fun bit of trivia, actually. Arena starts in the same fucking place as this game does.
Yeah,
like, in this dungeon.
Canonically the same dungeon, same cell even, I think.
Who are you, Emperor Uriel Septim?
Uriel Septim.
Which it doesn't look anything like it, but...
The gods I serve.
Yeah, no, it's completely different.
Yeah, but I would agree that Morrowind was the game that like started the whole "you're a prisoner blank slate" thing. And then the actual interesting question is... Wait, stop. Oh, damn it.
The gods have placed you here.
I was going to say, the actual interesting thing is, we just asked why we're in jail. Arguably, this isn't one. Arguably, you're not, like, actually a criminal in this game, because if we saw what happened here, some guards walked over and said, this cell's supposed to be open. Apparently, we just arrived, because the guy across from us is like, you're new here. And then we asked, why are we in jail? A very valid interpretation of this incredibly confusing presentation is we just spawned in this cell from like our bed or whatever because we're the prophesied hero and we had to be right in the way of like destiny.
You're saying that this is actually Ultima 10.
But
that's what I was gonna say. That sounds like Ultima.
But later, one of the guards assigns you a class essentially to help you along with like leveling and whatnot. And he's like, you've been trained as an agent, am I right? So it's like, you can say, yeah, I've been trained as an agent. So if you literally just spawned from Zeus's brain to save the day, like, how could you have been previously trained as an agent?
No, I think you have, like, so I think what in my mind could theoretically be what you're supposed to interpret here is that, like, you were an agent, and then you just went to bed one night, and you woke up in this cell, like, what the fuck?
Stand aside, prisoner.
Oh,
the opening crawl where the camera flies over all of Cyrodiil and zooms straight into your cell, that is your spirit leaving your body and
no, it's like Zoo Tycoon.
Exactly.
No, it's like Roller Coaster Tycoon, where the guy in Roller Coaster Tycoon, you can pick them up and put them in the water, but they miss the water and put you in the jail.
Okay. Yeah, that's my new canon. That's my new canon for the Elder Scrolls.
The black and white Oblivion crossover I never knew I needed.
Oh man, black and white.
For the kids out there, black and white used to be a video game.
I cannot fucking believe you brought that up, Camster.
No. The controls are wrong here.
Oh yeah,
you have to change it.
Spacebar was
Yeah. All right. Is that everything? I think it might.
Those are all the ones that matter to me.
Yeah, those
and then you have auto run and
was
stuff,
that default,
which is normal.
Yeah, I think caps lock is auto run. Oh, no, Q auto runs and then caps lock switches run and walk.
Right.
Okay, was that a?
First underestimate the blades. I'll take points.
I played a modded game, but when I came through here and I looted Renault, I got her katana, and I don't have it.
You can pick it up off the ground. It's not.
She's
on her
over
body.
there. Yeah.
Oh, where is it then?
I don't fucking know. You have to find it somewhere in the snuggle pile.
Oh, what the? Hi, rat.
Yeah, you get jacked by a rat immediately, like 2 rats as soon as they leave.
Where the I want...
By the way, for all those of you
have
watching at home, this is the best the combat's ever going to feel, so just strap in.
Yeah.
That said,
Oh, boy.
there are ways to play this game that are fun with combat. Let me explain. This class has a ghost that you can summon once a day. You can also summon imps, different gods, daedras, whatnot, and then you can go invisible. So what I like to do is summon my Pokemon and then go invisible and watch them fight.
Yeah, that's valid. I mean, that's honestly probably one of the ways to have fun with this game the most.
You have to summon the right Pokemon, you know? Like if it's a fire type that you're fighting, you gotta summon like an ice type.
I actually played the game completely differently from that. I think Conjuration is my lowest magic stat on my current playthrough.
Ah, man.
Oh, here we go. All right.
I feel like we're dodging a lot of like the kind of context and groundwork that someone might use when coming into the Elder Scrolls Oblivion, the series.
Go play Skyrim and then come back and watch this video.
Exactly. You need to play Skyrim, a game which released like 6 years later, to truly understand Oblivion. Actually, in my mind, to truly understand Oblivion, you have to, and this is me sort of recapping, play Morrowind when you're a kid, and then, like, this becomes the first and last game that you ever look forward to.
Never again, Metzgar? This was the only one?
I'm half joking, but I would say that I've probably never been as hyped for a video game as I was hyped for the Elder Scrolls Oblivion. To the point where, like I said, I basically learned how to use the World Wide Web beyond simple functions just so that I could read the forums and keep track of all the updates and check up on the blog and zoom in on the 240 by 480p screenshots and try to pore over everything for every detail and imagine how amazing it was going to feel, because this was really a turning point for video game PR. And they could basically come out here and say all this shit about what was going to be in their video game, and people didn't really have... I mean, I certainly didn't. There wasn't, quite as much raw skepticism and cynicism in those circles, where you're like, oh man, this is going to be so cool, I can't wait for it, and then it comes out, and you're like, oh, it really was just all the stuff they said it was going to be, and then nothing else beyond that. If there was no connective tissue that made all of these points into something bigger, it was just they did put a bunch of features in the game and then present those features in the best possible light, like you would do if you were marketing a video game.
It's funny you say that, 'cause... Go ahead, Josh. What do you think's going on?
I am already so tired of the giant font in this interface.
Wow, I love the giant font, but I'm old.
Sorry, continue.
It's funny you say that, Redscarn, because I'm part of the Dragon Age Twitter, in the sense that I get a bunch of Dragon Age tweets sent to me from the tweet machine, and everyone is so optimistic and happy, and it's so funny because that's not how Dragon Age used to be. Dragon Age fandom used to just be so sad and cynical and shit. But now Dragon Age is Dreadwolf is gonna be the best game ever made! And that's all you hear.
Yeah, I mean, that was my life for Oblivion. I was totally living that lifestyle of Morrowind was great, and it was nothing I'd played before. Oblivion is going to change everything. And it did, but not in the sense of becoming one of the isekai novels that I read back when I was a teenager. Or preteen.
It's the monkey paw. They're your life will be changed forever.
But in the sense of taking immersive role-playing games experiences and finding ways to crank up a lot of crowd-pleasing ways of immersion, while also subtly turning down the volume on lots of little things that I didn't realize I was going to miss.
Josh, the game isn't stuttering for you, is it? It's just the stream?
No, it's not. There is some, weird framiness going on, but it doesn't feel like stuttering now.
As long as it's not in the YouTube video.
Yeah, it looks fine on my end, so... Oh, I picked up a skull.
And the thing about this game, also, is that I actually have a lot of good things to say about it, and I will say them. In fact, I'll get one out of the way right now. I think this game has the best side quests of any of the Elder Scrolls games.
Obviously.
Yeah, I don't think any of them even come close, to be honest.
When I say I've never played the main quest, I mean I have never played the main quest. I restarted this game for this show. I've been playing for 10 hours and I'm level 2. I am level 2. I have been playing for 10 hours.
That's another good piece of advice. Don't go beyond level 2.
Well, yeah, we can get into the problems with the character system here.
The deal with this game is that all of the problems, none of them are deal breakers, but all of them do span the length and breadth of this entire game.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is a confluence of a lot of different factors that on their own wouldn't be a problem, but together create significant issues.
I think, especially if you've never played this game, you're going to be watching a lot of this series and thinking, man, especially when this came out, this looks amazing. And then all the moments where you might notice the issues, they're really going to be things that maybe we have to point out because you're not playing it.
Yeah, it's all under the surface. A lot of the things that are frustrating about this game are underneath the surface, and you just know that you're being a microaggression, but you don't really know how or why.
Yeah. I mean, one petty example is, we just picked up some spoons and, like, forks and shit. You might be thinking that's because we're in a starter dungeon. No, we're actually going to be picking those up as loot in dungeons pretty much throughout this game.
Yeah. You might be thinking to yourself, oh, I can't wait to join the Thieves Guild, because I bet there's lots of great things to steal. No.
Yeah, no, it's... The economy of this game actually kind of breaks... It's really rough, and then you'll hit this plateau, and it'll break all at once, and you'll have infinite money, and be like, why the fuck am I even picking up anything anymore? It doesn't matter. I bought all the houses.
You will spend 10 hours stealing from the Mages Guild, because you joined the Mages Guild to take all their shit, so you can fucking sell it. And you're gonna be like, what am I doing with my life?
Doing all the Mages Guild intro quests.
Oh, I love those quests. I disagree. All of those quests are great, because it's always like, this guy sucks. Go save him from zombies. And you're like, all right.
Individually, yes, but if you shotgun them all at once, it's kind of annoying, where you're like, oh, I want to get into, like, the spell crafting shit, but instead you're trying to find a prankster who turned himself invisible.
As a professional woman,
thing, yeah.
I enjoy seeing... like little mage guilds, little startups, if you will, just fail on a systematic level with leadership and workers and all that good stuff.
I want to go into a town that has 2 mages guilds that are competing for your time and attention.
Yes. Or neither wants you, even better.
I definitely parsed what Mumble said, not as that she's like a professional woman, but that she's a professional woman, like that is a profession. So I was really waiting for like I was waiting for the twist about like the Mages Guild storyline that I didn't pick up on.
No, there's no twist. I just very much enjoy seeing workplace like bureaucrats just fumble, and that's what happens in these Mages Guild. It's very much just like, this guy forgot to do this thing, but I'm too busy reading my book. I can't go do that thing. You're like, oh god, workplace, am I right?
Yes, they really nailed the tone for all of the guilds in a way that they certainly did not in Skyrim.
No, the logs, yeah, the logs.
Yeah. Oh, the ragdolls.
I'm sorry, I just love that.
And we'll never do that again, because there's like 3 times in the whole game there's a bespoke trap, and like that was one of them.
This is actually the only log trap I can even remember in this game. I've never seen it since this.
Decided that they wanted to like have immersive sim elements, like, you know, like your Thief or your Deus Ex, but they had absolutely no idea how to do those, so basically this is what they have. Some logs in the tutorial, and occasionally a trap button you can press.